If Tokyo-Toni don't take them motherfucking Barbie doll eyelashes off her goddamn face, them motherfuckers stiff as hell, y'all. Bitch! Rob and Chyna season 1 episode 3 going down to motherfucking Chyna-Town. As always in my videos, I have to give a little bit of a disclaimer. I don't know these motherfuckers and neither do you. I am only going by the shit I see over here on my television screen. They ain't paying my motherfucking bills and they ain't paying y'all's either. Now let's start the motherfucking show. So we get to FaceTime with Chyna's mom, Tokyo-Toni, for the first time in this whole little series situation. Hopefully we get to see Tokyo-Toni more in this season of Rob and Chyna. I think it will be very, very interesting for the show, for them to include Tokyo-Toni a little bit more in this season. That is, if, you know, she agrees to be on the show, or, you know, they plan on going down there visiting or whatever. Chyna basically asked Tokyo-Toni when she thinks it's going to be a good idea for her and Rob to come and visit. She was like, girl, y'all need to come down here for the 4th of July so we can have a, you know, block party, whatever. I already know that Rob is going to be, you know, kind of confused. He probably ain't going to know what a block party is, but, you know, he'll get used to it, girl. Chyna also tells us that her mom is one of the realest people that she knows. Her mom looks very, very animated, and I mean that in a good way. So give us more Tokyo-Toni in this series, please. So Rob comes over to Chyna's house, okay? And first and foremost, I guess Chyna, I don't know. Can y'all explain this to me? Was she going through his phone or was she going through her own phone? I'm a little confused about that. Because if she was going through his phone, wasn't she just tripping about the fact that she changed her password and he wanted to go through her phone? I don't know. She was looking at her phone or something about some food and shit that he had ordered. He ordered some broccoli and cheddar soup and 2 footlongs and some whatchamacallits. I was kind of like, why did you buy 6 whatchamacallits? That is a little excessive, but whatever. But she brings up the fact that Chloe invited her to her birthday party. Now, catch is, you know, Chloe told Chyna that, you know, Rob was already aware that they were going to be inviting Chyna to this birthday party. And of course, she's like, why didn't you tell me? He was like, you know what? The reason why I didn't tell you is because, to be honest with you, I really don't even want to go. Because again, you know, Rob is feeling insecure. He doesn't feel like he's camera ready. He feels like there's going to be a lot of paparazzi. There's going to be a lot of people at Chloe's birthday party. So he feels like that's not a scene that he's ready to be a part of right now. But Chyna's like, hold up, you know, me and your sisters, we really didn't get along back in the past, you know what I'm saying? So I think this is kind of a big deal, not only, you know, going to this party, but the fact that they even invited me to the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So once Chyna pushes her point, you know, basically telling him, girl, look, you know the problems that me and your sisters done had in the past, so the fact that they even gave me an invite is a big deal. So if you don't want to go for them, at least do the shit for me. So Rob says, okay, I'll go, it's cool, you know, I'll go, but just know I'm only going for you. And I guess because Chyna felt like she had him in her good graces at this particular point in time, she decided to go ahead and spring it on him, the whole idea of going to visit her mom down there in DC, you know, for the whole block party thing for the 4th of July. She then proceeds to tell him, you know, all my family and things gonna be there, because girl, ain't nothing more hype than a black family barbecue during the 4th of July. I'm just saying. But Rob was low-key like, hold on, pump your brakes on that one. You know, I'll think about it. I don't know about that one, okay? I told you I'll go to my sister's birthday party with you, but I don't know about the whole DC block party, your whole family situation. I don't know if I'm ready for all of that and stuff, okay? So we gonna see. But basically, Chyna just flat out tells him, oh, we going, okay? And you ain't finna flake. Not this motherfucking time. So Rob looks good as hell. At least he looks good as hell to me. And now the time has come for them to depart for Chloe's birthday party, or whatever the fuck kind of party she having, girl. Now, don't get me fucked up. I understand the insecurities because I deal with them myself. But the entire time, everything he's like, you know, oh my God, I don't look good in this. I don't even know where I'm going. You know, people gonna be there and they're gonna be taking pictures. I don't look good in this. Nothing looks right on me. He feels like his beard looks a hot, shitty ass mess, which personally I don't think it does. But again, when you're an insecure person, when you have insecurities about yourself, even though somebody else may look at you and be like, girl, you beautiful, or man, you handsome as fuck, but you yourself can't see it when you look in the mirror. So I get the shit, but of course, somebody who doesn't deal with it may or may not understand why he's acting the way that he's acting. And I don't know what the fuck he had on, but apparently he had something on, and I don't know if Chyna gave him something else to put on, and he was like, I don't look good, and I obviously don't look good enough for you because you giving me something else to put on. But I'm just like, girl, Rob, I mean, like I said, I understand the shit, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, dude, damn. And I do kind of understand because it's different when you're around your family versus when you're around other people. You can kind of be, you can be comfortable around your family because your family is used to you. But when you're a famous person and you're around all these cameras and all of these other celebrities, I guess that can heighten your insecurities by like 10,000%. So even though I've been through it, I can't really understand his situation specifically because it's a little bit of a different situation because he got cameras and all this type of shit in his face 24/7. So it's a little bit of a different situation. But eventually Chyna gets him to leave the house with her and proceed to the party. Now Rob tells Chyna that he's not feeling 1,000%. He's low-key kind of feeling like he did last year when he had to go to the emergency room and get put into the ICU because he refused to take his insulin. And I guess Chyna kind of looked over at him at first kind of like, are you being dramatic? He was like, I'm not even being dramatic right now. I'm like dead ass serious. Now, if I remember correctly, when he was talking to Scott, did he or did he not tell Scott that he stopped taking his insulin? So is he back on his insulin or is he still not taking it? Okay, so they go to this party and of course, everyone's shocked to see Chyna and Rob because Rob is the type of person that, when he gets down on his funks, which he has been the last couple of months, he really doesn't like to show himself in the public eye because he knows that there's going to be paparazzi there's going to be pictures taken, etc., etc. So they get to this party and of course all of his sisters are running over and they're hugging on his neck and they want to snap pictures and things like that because, bitch, my brother ain't been to not now one of our functions since he been going through his little situation. And of course, they are hugging Chyna too because, Chyna is a part of Rob, even though they done went through their whole little situation. Now, even though this is his family and there are other celebrities that are at this party, Rob starts to feel very, very uncomfortable to the point where, he's ready to go after an hour, okay? He didn't pretty much show his face for an hour and he feels like that's a big step for him. So after the hour is up, he's ready to, exit motherfucking stage left. And again, I get it. So I don't want to try to make it seem like I don't understand Rob. Like I said, we do have a little bit of a different type of situation because he is a celebrity and he does have cameras in his face 24/7 as opposed to me. Like I'm very uncomfortable with my body, but I don't have people taking pictures of me 24 hours, 7 days a week, okay? So I do understand it. But, I can tell that Chyna was a little bit disappointed after an hour when Rob said that he was ready to go. I am fucking dead, bitch. Let me explain why. First of all, after this whole situation with Rob wanting to leave Khloe's birthday party after only an hour, Chyna decides that she wants to throw like a barbecue because she still wants Rob to be around people because she doesn't want him to get comfortable being by himself anymore. She doesn't want that to be a comfortable place for him. So, of course, she invites Scott and a couple of other people that she knows, and Rob, of course, is there. Now, what made me fucking gag is the fact that Scott has such a huge personality, and it's great when people can laugh at themselves. Like I said, sometimes you just have to laugh at certain situations and not try to be serious all the time. So Scott's there and he's putting food and shit on his plate, and there's like a bowl of barbecue sauce in the center of the table. So he wants some of the barbecue sauce to put over his stuff. He asks, he's like, what is this? They're like, oh, it's barbecue sauce. What you think it was? He was like, you know what, I have to ask, okay? I have to ask because last time I picked up this shit that I thought was sugar, I snorted the shit and it turned out that it was cocaine, because we know that Scott was addicted to cocaine back in the back day. He had to go through rehab the whole nine, which is one of the reasons why him and whatever the fuck the chick name is it Chloe that he was fucking around with? I don't remember. Kendall, whatever. Okay, one of them motherfucking Kardashians. So I just thought that was funny. That's right, girl. Give your man some booty. Well, Rob has agreed to go to DC with Chyna. Let's hope for real, okay? Because I got a feeling, I don't know about nobody else, but I have a feeling that he's gonna fucking flake. I hope and pray that he doesn't. I'm watching this live. I hope and pray that he doesn't. But I got a feeling he's gonna motherfucking flake. What y'all think? Leave it down in the comment section. Bitch, I am gagging, okay? So, Rob actually did hold up to his side of the deal. He did agree to go to DC with Blac Chyna, okay? Blac Chyna is showing him all of the different high schools that she went to, and she's also showing him an old house that she lived in. Bitch, that ain't the motherfucking gag, girl. Well, there was a lady standing on the porch, and Blac Chyna rolled down the window. She was like, girl, I used to live here. The lady was like, give me a high five, girl. Let's take a picture. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess they recognized her or whatever. So she gets out out of the car to take pictures with the folk. Rob sitting that motherfucker like, bitch, are you for real? Finna get out this motherfucking contact pictures with these goddamn screens? This girl, he looking like he is scared than a motherfucker, okay? But he eventually gets to the point where he gets comfortable enough to get out of the car, okay? But, you know, they're taking pictures and things where at least Blac Chyna's taking pictures, but Rob ain't really feeling the whole thing, because remember, Rob's not really into that whole let's take pictures bullshit. So after they're done and they get back in the car, of course, he's looking like, you bitch, I wasn't even here for this motherfucking shit, okay? I was here for coming and meeting your family and all this type of shit, but I wasn't here for the motherfucking taking pictures with folks and shit in your neighborhood and things. So he looking kind of crazy. So she asked him, are you all right, motherfucker? Are you okay? He's like, I'm all right, ain't nothing wrong. But girl, he feeling some type of way. But Blac Chyna's reminiscing, and she's, you know, she's having a moment because she never would have thought that people would have actually knew her name. You know, growing up, I guess she never thought that she would be a celebrity. Bitch, the irony, the fucking irony, how you can fucking go from the strip club, you know, shaking your ass on some of these celebs and shit, to being the motherfucking celebs boo thing, okay, baby, mama and shit, girl. Do your thug thing for Blac Chyna. Bitch, Tokyo Tony shows up and she's not motherfucking having it, okay? So Chyna, Rob, his daddy shows up. 2 of her half siblings and her half brother show up, okay? Her dad gets there first, okay? So they, you know, dapping it out, hugging it up and all this type of shit, okay? And then Tokyo Tony makes her grand fucking entrance, coming in out like she, girl, looking like she just had a little nibble or something. You know what I'm saying? A little sippy sip or something. She just ain't having the shit, okay? I don't know what's going on with her, but let me get back to the shit. Bitch, Tokyo Tony has a reason to be feeling the type of way that she's feeling, girl, okay? Tokyo Tony has a reason. First of all, Chyna daddy was a motherfucking Rolling Stone, because apparently those 2 girls are literally the same age as Blac Chyna. So motherfucker, you was going from this house to that house to that house to that house. So she's sitting there, she looking all some, you know, some kind of motherfucking way with them thick ass motherfucking Barbie doll ass eyelashes on, girl. Bitch. So even though it's been Chyna's however old, damn near 30 years old, if she's not 30, I guess her mom's still feeling some type of way at the fact that, number one, I don't know if her and Chyna's dad were actually in a relationship, or if this was just some old fling ding wing type of shit. But after she finds out that, you know, Chyna and these girls are pretty much close in age, she feels some type of way. And you know, her Chyna's dad's like, I got a feeling that you got a low-key like an attitude or some shit. So she proceeds to get up and walk the fuck out of the restaurant. And of course Chyna decides to follow her and I guess console her mom. This is some shit. I bet Rob just sitting over there like, bitch, I ain't used to this type of shit. I'm just a bitch. I ain't used to this type of shit right here. Funny fucking story. So, Tokyo Tony decides to go ahead and tell everybody how, I guess she found out that Blac Chyna was actually scripting. So she said 2 girls were kind of just staring at her and shit. I guess she resembled Blac Chyna to them. She doesn't really look like her to me, but I don't know. You know, maybe she did back then. I don't know. But they like, girl, we saw you up on that stage in that other club. She's like, what the fuck is you talking about? Okay, girl. So she proceeds to go to the club that they were talking about. She said she go in and she said she didn't know it was Blac Chyna at the time. She saw this chick, you know, popping her ass and things, you know, all up in the air. Then she said Blac Chyna flipped her hair like that and looked over her shoulder and looked dead in her fucking face. And she was like, for real though? But she didn't, you know, being, some moms would be like, what the hell is you doing on this stage shaking your ass? But she proceeds to go in her purse, pull out some ones and slap them ones on her baby's booty. Interesting. So Chyna takes Rob to her old script club, the script club that she used to script in, and he really admired the fact that she can, you know, be comfortable in her own skin. And he tells her that, you know, everything happens for a reason. He also tells her, I don't ever want you to come back to the script club, which I think is a good thing. Even if I do think that even if Chyna and Rob, they don't stay together, I still think that Rob is definitely going to take very, very good care of Blac Chyna and their daughter. So I think that was something that was very, very nice of him to say. Now, I do sense a little bit of shade that is about to happen, okay? Because Chyna's big booty Judy friend, Paige, is at this strip club with them, okay? But there's another friend that popped up. I think her name is Treasure, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like big booty Judy Paige and Treasure probably don't like each other. So let me get the scoop on that. And did I mention that Chyna mom and her daddy up there throwing ones on the strippers' booties together? one big happy family. Okay, I see where the beef is coming from now between Treasure and Paige. Okay, Treasure was Chyna's friend before, before she became Black Chyna. Treasure was Black Chyna's friend when she was stripping down there in Florida. And Big Booty Judy Paige actually met Chyna after she became, I guess, a celebrity or whatever. I guess that's when she met her. So Chyna thinks that Treasure is actually looking out for her best interest at heart. Girl, bitch, getting these fucking names together is confusing as fuck. Okay, we got Tokyo-Tony, we got a damn dad, we got Rob, I got Treasure, I got Paige, I got Mama Joe. It's too many of these motherfuckers. But that's what's going on. Treasure giving Paige that fucking, that side eye. Okay, that motherfucking side eye. Like, oh, okay, Paige her LA name. Oh, she one of them motherfuckers. Treasure feels like Blac Chyna should have came to Florida by herself. She doesn't feel like she should have brought her entourage with her. I mean, but she said, well, let me put it like this. Treasure considers Paige and the other dude, a hairstylist and all that. She considers those people to be Blac Chyna's shadows. But bitch, I mean, I guess Blac Chyna does have a little bit of a name now. So I guess she does need to travel with an entourage, if you will. Okay, I guess I'm not understanding the beef situation. Maybe it's the fact that this fucking hair is getting on my nerves. Maybe it's the fact that Treasure feels like Paige is like intruding on her relationship with Blac Chyna or some shit. But apparently Paige spoke to Treasure twice and Treasure did not speak back to her. So they were all sitting down on the couch and Paige comes walking over. Treasure gets up and she moves to the opposite side of Blac Chyna. And Paige is like, hey, how you doing? I spoke to you twice. She was like, I don't remember, but hey, how you doing, girl? I mean, it's just to me, I just don't understand the beef between Treasure and Paige other than the fact that Blac Chyna is friends with Paige out in LA and Treasure's still in Florida. Y'all see if y'all can explain that shit to me in the comments. Okay, so now I'm getting to the root of this whole Treasure and Paige thing, which is what I thought in the beginning, okay? Treasure is upset that Paige is in LA living with Blac Chyna, okay? And everybody, I don't have a BFF. Y'all know my BFF is gold. We ain't never even met in person, bitch, okay? So I guess I've never had a best friend, so I wouldn't really understand the animosity that a best friend has when they best friend get another friend somewhere else. But Treasure feels some type of way that, like I said, Paige is living with Blac Chyna in LA, and she feels like that Paige is actually taking her best friend away from her. And she tells her, girl, you will never take my best friend. I know you living with her, but girl, if I move to LA right now, you wouldn't be living there pretty much. That's low-key what she's telling Paige. And Paige's like, well, move to LA, baby girl. We'll move to LA. I just think the shit petty as fuck, okay? I don't know about nobody else, but I think the shit petty as fuck. But maybe those of you out there that are watching this video, maybe you have a best friend, okay? Maybe you have a best friend and you can explain to me the animosity that a best friend would have simply by her best friend having another friend. The shit is confusing. Now that I'm watching it, I can see Treasure's plight. Apparently, there have been girls in Blac Chyna's life that have, I guess, tried to use her because she was Blac Chyna, and she doesn't want Paige to be one of those people that are using Blac Chyna. But Blac Chyna's trying to tell her, Paige is different. Paige is cool. I don't feel like Paige is using and abusing me, so to speak. So she's trying to reassure Treasure that, Paige is cool. But, I guess, Treasure's still kind of like side-eyeing Paige in so many words. Okay, they've hashed it out now. And Paige is rubbing all on Treasure's ass and things and et cetera, et cetera. But all y'all just need to be BFFs, girl. I understand that you got 10 years in the game with Blac Chyna and you don't really want to share her with nobody else. But, Paige seems like she's pretty cool and they've hugged it out and I guess they cool now. So, Treasure, maybe you need to just move on out there LA and y'all just all be one big happy family, girl. Quit playing. Now they get to the point where they're eating at this whole block party situation and Chyna is feeding Rob a piece of sweet potato pie. And when he puts it in his mouth, he's kind of like, I guess it tastes different to him. She's like, you don't like it? It's sweet potato pie. She's like, you don't like sweet potato pie? He's like, I ain't never had no sweet potato pie, girl. But then again, what can you expect, y'all? What? So Tokyo-Tony does what most moms do, and she walks over to Rob and Chyna, and she pretty much asks Rob, when are they getting married? And Chyna was like, you know, we just playing it by ear right now. Rob's like, what you mean we playing it by ear? You know, when you have your baby, and Tokyo-Toni's like, what you mean her baby? Don't you mean our baby? Our baby? And he's like, well, she says her baby all the time. So Tokyo-Toni gives him the whole rundown about how she was a 16-year-old single mom, and she felt like she had to do everything on her own, and she wasn't able to give Blac Chyna a lot, and she wants basically she wants Rob to be a man. She doesn't want Chyna to go through some of the things that she went through. She wants him to actually be a father. And she tells Rob that Chyna don't need 3 children, okay? She don't need the little girl she's having. She don't need King and you being the third child, okay? So she goes into a crying spell, and Rob like, I understand. Girl, this is some interesting shit. I don't know. This was a very interesting episode. I guess the interesting parts for me came from meeting Tokyo-Toni, which is Chyna's mom and Chyna's dad, and also the whole beef thing between Paige and Treasure, which I didn't really understand, but I kind of low-key understand now. It's just a whole lot of shit, family. I mean, it is kind of slow moving, to be completely honest with you. I'm ready for her to drop this motherfucking baby so we can see what's going to transpire after this whole little situation right here. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode down in the comment section. If you enjoy these reviews, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.